How's it going, YouTube?
Hey YouTube, hey YouTube, hey. Alright, okay. Crossover.
Crossover indeed.
Alright, to my followers, this is my dear friend Conor Smith.
How's it going?
To his followers, I am Ryan. Conor's been back in the Emerald Isle for Paddy's Day, as you do. Because where else would you be? Except maybe, I don't know, maybe New York.
Yeah, maybe somewhere, where they're definitely Irish,
Somewhere where there's definitely Irish.
Exactly.
Yes. I saw a brilliant meme with Green Lantern just going, I love St. Paddy's Day because I'm an alcoholic.
But is that Paddy with a D or Paddy with a T? Because there's a lot of
we don't endorse that.
Yeah, we don't talk about that.
No. So I unfortunately have been working while Conor's been here. During his free time, he's been catching up on, of all shows, Gotham.
Yeah,
And now I want to pick his brain about it.
Well, I haven't, like I said, I haven't finished it just yet, but so far so good,
You're up to the GOAT episode.
Definitely the spirit of the GOAT. It's definitely growing on me.
Mm-hmm.
At first, I was a little bit sketchy. This is why it took me so long to watch it. I was a bit weary about the whole, younger Batman thing. I didn't really want it to. We've discussed this before, but I didn't really want it to be Batman centric.
Yeah,
I kind of just wanted it to be a cop show that was set in Gotham.
That's what I wanted.
Yeah, that's pretty much what we got.
It kind of is and it isn't though.
Yeah, there's a lot of back and forth with younger Bruce Wayne,
which works.
Yeah,
it should work. It's so weird. Like as I said earlier, Bruce Wayne should only be in this show once a year or something. He's coming back from boarding school, or you just kind of check in on him.
Yeah.
Instead, he's kind of one of the best things about the show, but that's wrong.
And Alfred's a fucking badass as well. So.
Yes, old Sean Pertwee. His dad was the doctor.
Oh yes, his dad was the doctor. Indeed.
If he has a problem with you, you just go back in time. And then
he's got the kung fu skills.
Given his time travel connections, why didn't he just get his dad to go back in time and stop the bullet?
Understand,
What's the fixed point in time?
Fixed point in
time. Isn't that usually
that's probably it.
Fixed point in time. That's the usual get around.
Well, seeing as Gotham's kind of based on New York. Yeah.
Don't even no, because why couldn't he go back to 1940s Chicago or something?
Yeah, and then just get a bus up.
They can move.
Exactly.
Right, we'll get a plane. We'll meet you in 1940s London. Okay, cool. Yeah.
Enough about Doctor Who. This is about Gotham.
Anyway, right.
This is about Gotham.
We'll talk about Gotham and just Gotham. All right. Favorite character so far?
Favorite character so far, I'd probably have to say the Penguin.
He owns it.
He really does. I think a lot of the obviously recurring characters, such as Fish, the mob bosses, Falcone, Maroni, they haven't really popped up all that often. They've been there, once or twice. But for me, Penguin kind of makes it.
Oh yeah.
I like Ben McKenzie as Gordon. He's kind of, he's trying to do the thing. He's trying to be Gordon pretty much.
He's very down the line. I'm going to be a good cop. Why? Because
I have to. But there's not really. Maybe his backstory does get delved into a bit more deeper as the series goes on. But as of yet, there's really no substance as to why he's trying to be a good cop. Maybe he's just a nice guy.
He's just a nice
Who knows?
There's no shame in that.
I thought maybe he might have had the mustache, but obviously not,
Maybe he grows it. Oliver Queen can't have his goatee, so maybe...
Well, that's true. But at least Oliver Queen still looks like a badass. So,
he does that.
But, no, I'd definitely say Penguin.
Yeah.
I haven't seen enough of the Riddler, or Edward Nigma, shall we say.
Enough of the Riddles, Nigma.
He's not the Riddler quite yet.
He's just annoying.
Yeah. We've seen a couple of little glimpses of maybe a Joker here about there, but
quite possibly a Joker.
Nothing's been
nothing's set in stone or a vat of acid.
Yeah, or whatever,
yeah.
But no, I think just going back to what I said, Penguin fucking nails it.
It's so. If you told me a year ago that they were going to make this show and the best thing about it would have been the Penguin.
Oh yeah, I would
not
have believed you. Because to me, Penguin is Danny DeVito with rubber gloves on and a top hat.
Yeah, who bites a guy's nose off at one stage and has an army of penguins.
Pretty much.
Shows up in a giant rubber duck. I could make a whole other video about that movie.
Oh really?
There was a Happy Meal based on that movie. That fucking...
Well, the Tim Burton movies weren't bad in comparison to the Joel Schumacher movies.
True.
That being said, they were still enjoyable. If you look at it, objectively, you can judge it. You can have a good time when you're watching it. Except for the nipples, there's nothing I can abide about the nipple suit.
This is
if you're going to make a Batman movie, just don't put nipples on the suits.
I have no tolerance for nipples on suits. What is that? Get rid of it. Alright, worst character? Least favourite character?
Least favourite character so far... That's a tough one. Like I said, because a lot of them don't really pop up all that often. Yeah. And when they do...
It doesn't have to be a Batman character, just like whoever in the show that you find the most annoying.
I think his partner.
Bullet?
Yeah, he can be quite irritating at times.
Yeah.
Do you know, obviously... I think they're trying a bit too hard with the good cop, bad cop thing.
Yeah, he does that on thick. It's like,
I'm going to kick your ass if I want to kick your ass. And
listen, war hero. Listen, your dad was the DA.
Yeah,
listen, good cop. I don't care.
It's pretty much, they're laying it on pretty thick. I mean, I understand why, because they have to paint, fucking Gordon as, he's the good cop, and he's the one that's going to help everybody, and he's the one that's going to clean up Gotham.
Yeah.
But I know for a fact that he wasn't the only good cop in Gotham.
Yeah.
Okay, the majority of them were
there's
corrupt.
one other good cop, but she's a lesbian.
Yeah, you know.
Down with that sort of thing.
Down with that sort of thing. No, we're pro homosexuality on this show. We're all, people should fucking
love what
should be people.
Love what you love, man.
Love who you love, exactly.
That's it. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Pro equality.
Yeah. All of that. Let me see, what else? The guy who plays Falcone, I think, is fantastic.
Yes, we were actually talking about that. He's quite intense, but that's the kind of thing that you need with a mob boss. Like, I don't think the guy who played Falcone in the Nolan trilogy, he just seemed really smarmy and just smug, and you're like, you're not threatening. No. You're not threatening in the least.
This guy is.
Yeah. You'd be afraid of him. You'd be afraid of him if he sat down in front of you. Whereas, obviously Bruce was Batman at the time of the Nolan movies, so maybe the intimidation factor didn't really come into it.
What do you think of Kid Bruce Wayne?
To compare to the Nolan Batman, movies, I prefer this Bruce Wayne in abundance.
As a child?
As a child, because...
Are you saying this guy's better than Christian Bale? Is that what you're saying? Are you saying a 12-year-old can out Christian Bale?
We are done professionally. No. He needs to work on his gravelly voice, but other than that, no. I think the Gotham Bruce Wayne child is... To me, he's a lot more adult, if that's the word.
Yeah, he's behaving like there's the one in the Viper episode.
Oh yeah,
Venom.
Venom.
Who's Bane? The one in that episode where he goes to and speaks to like a member of the board, and he's like, "So I've noticed some anomalies in the trust fund or whatever," and they're just like, "Wait a minute. Shouldn't adult Bruce be too?"
Yeah, pretty much.
Why aren't you at school, Bruce?
Like, here, hang on, this is the crack, right? I saw that you guys were giving money to these guys. What the hell's going on?
Yeah.
That's pretty much it. And I'm thinking, as a 12, 10-year-old, however old he's supposed to be in the show, I don't think he would be capable of doing that, but obviously he is, and they're making him capable. I like that whole aspect, and he's not entirely reliant on Alfred, and the fact that Alfred doesn't know how to raise him, so he's turning to other people. That was an interesting thing.
Alfred's like, Alfred kind of steps up.
Yeah, he does step up.
He's giving him tough love.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know,
and he's like, "Come here, you little shit." Yeah. By the way, I'm sorry. It's like,
and do you like the little Batman nods that they're making
he sneaks up a couple of times. It's like, when I tell you about sneaking up,
stop sneaking up on people.
Standing up on the roof and burning his hand just to test his limits.
I want to know how Gotham works. I want to know how it all works. I know City Hall's corrupt, but what about all the people?
Yeah, he's a little detective, and I think
do your homework.
Exactly, go to school, stay in school, kids.
Play an N64 like a normal child in this weird, non-specific decade we're set in right now.
Yeah, I don't get that. What is that? It's like, is it set in the 90s? They all have mobile phones. They've all got internet.
It's like modern day, but it's noir at the same time.
Yeah, like obviously, like the animated series. Was set kind of 90s. Like all the mobsters had Tommy guns. They all had trilby hats. Drove about in.
Well, you know, Bullock has a fedora. Just because, you know, he's a dirty cop. He's like a dirty
cop, you know.
Jacket, fedora,
he's
not quite shaven.
Cigarette in the mouth. Yeah. Could be a lollipop, who knows?
Your dad is a DA, huh? Yeah. I don't got time for you. What did you think of the Viper Venom not quite being...
I thought it was, like you said, I thought it was interesting. There was like a couple of little nods to Bane.
Yes.
But not quite there. I think they're probably... I mean, obviously I haven't watched the rest of the series just yet, but I'm assuming that there's going to be a lot more little nods here and there to other characters in the Rogue Gallery.
There's well, they do allude to the Joker again.
Yeah.
This video is actually pretty timely because it's just come back in the UK this week. So you see, it all works out.
It all works out in the end.
We're like, what do we make a video about? I don't know, you've been watching Gotham.
Gotham. Why not? Fuck it.
Yes.
See, it all works out. High five, man.
Yes, man.
We fucking nailed that.
Yeah, that is on tape. Anyone who's ever told me, oh, you can't high five, fuck it, watch that. Yeah, no, they kind of allude to the Joker again.
Yeah, okay,
because they've never specified who will be the Joker, and I never want them to.
So it's not, it's not going to be Jared Leto, though.
I don't know.
That's the part.
That's a video for another time. All right, I'll get into that later. But thoughts on Gotham?
So far, you know, it's growing on me. Like I said, I went into it with a bit of trepidation. I was, you know, like I said, kind of worried. I didn't really want a show about teenage Bruce Wayne and his, you know, troubles growing up as a kid. I didn't really want that. And thankfully, that's not what it is. Although Bruce Wayne does play a massive part, in the show. It's kind of got like a CSI vibe to it.
It wants to be like CSI or Law and Order and stuff. But they keep checking in on this kid. But it works.
I think, it does work, but I think maybe if they stuck more with the detective side of things and the crime scene and stuff, you know, looking into how the police force work, the corrupt police force of Gotham, and how Gordon is slowly changing it and how he's making the city better from the inside. That would be an interesting show. I mean, don't get me wrong, it is an interesting show, but maybe that's just because I'm such a fan of Batman.
It's already been picked up for season 2.
Yeah, you know, and that just proves the point that it's doing quite well.
Fair play.
Like I said, it's growing on me. I mean, I think I'm 6 or 7 episodes in so far, but I would happily watch the rest of it, you know, so...
Yeah. Ringing indoor.
I would give it my thumbs up.
We don't do that. We don't rate stuff.
No, okay.
We just say it. Like, did you like it?
I fucking loved it.
There you go. Done. Oh, before we go, I forgot. What do you think of Catwoman? Or Cat? Just call me Cat.
Or Selena or whatever the hell.
Hey, Selena. No, my name is Cat. No, it's not. like Poison Ivy. My name's Ivy. No, it's not.
I think she plays the character quite well, especially for somebody so young. I didn't realise how young she was until I had an IMDb, and I was like, obviously I'd never heard of her before, but she's really good. You know, she's a really good actress.
She is, right?
And you know, if they're going to focus a bit more on her, then I can't complain about that. You know, because it's interesting to see how the hell she's going to end up, how she ended up on the streets, stuff like that. Obviously, they touched upon it in the Child Snatcher episode.
Yes, pretty dark second episode.
That was pretty cool, you know, the eyes getting gouged out and stuff. That was...
She can do that shit. And apparently she can see in the dark too.
Apparently so, yeah. So
because
you know,
that's the thing.
That's the thing that now happens. So
yeah. So
who knew Catwoman had superpowers?
Well, baby Catwoman. Maybe she loses them with puberty. You know, the breasts come in, the powers go out. Yeah, stuff.
She's gained the power of a whip.
Power. That's a cool whip.
Cool whip.
Cool whip.
What you sound like that for?
So what? Alright.
What?
You're being weird.
Yeah, being weird.
Alright, YouTube. Well, there we go. That was what? Coming up 15 minutes. We killed some time. No, my last one was me complaining about the Battle of the Five Armies for 2 videos.
Oh, well, there you go. Good reasons.
Which he hasn't seen.
I refuse to because of the reasons that he says in his video. But I'm not even asked. If I go on, we'll be here for another 4 videos. So that's it.
So yeah, if you like this video, please click like, subscribe, view, share, and all the usual jazz. And yeah, we'll see you when I see you.
See you later.